Good afternoon, fellas. Frankie Day here. Okay, guys, for this gorgeous Saturday afternoon, actually overcast. This is a topic video for today, and this would be the Billings Boats Spanish Galleon Isabella. Okay, fellas, so far on the kit itself, it's I've had it so many years. And there's a word of caution with these old kits, fellas, you know, especially these old Billings kits. Their wood is quite foreign opposed to the wood that we use. And they use a lot of mahogany, and they got some kind of wood called rayon or something like that. I can't pronounce it, fellas. Maybe you guys know it more than I do, but it's rayon or rayon or some kind of wood that they use, which is foreign. It's probably a popular wood they use in Denmark. And he incorporated between that and some boxwood and mahogany. That's about it. And the dowlings all made from pine. And their kits are somewhat elementary and somewhat not. But when you're dealing with a Spanish galleon, or you're dealing with a period ship of 15th or 16th century, it's more or less designed for the connoisseur in mind. Okay, guys, the reason why I started this build of this kit is not because I had a yearn and a must to build this, but there is a must in a way, is because this kit's got to be built. If we don't, it will disintegrate. The wood itself is getting old. It's drying out. I had to apply about 2 or 3 coats of polyurethane on the wood itself to put moisture back into the dry wood, so it'd be pliable to cut out parts and work with. And if I let this thing lay idle for 4, 5, 6 more years, this kit will fall apart right before my eyes. And this kit was kind of made for the design for the advanced builder, because you had to cut everything out with a jigsaw. And my jigsaw is right over here. Right over in here is my jigsaw, my famous jigsaw I got my cut parts off with. And I got power tools behind me. And so when you're using with wood, you got to have a lot of power tools and a lot of patience and time. It's a lot different than plastic. Okay, guys, let's chatter. We're going to go over and take a fast review of this, and I'll go back and I'll discuss what I'll be doing on the video for the remainder of this evening. Okay, guys, you can see she set down her makeshift ways. I made a jig and a workboard for her already. I just haven't put it on yet. And you can see that on the deck itself is a printed deck, fellas. They didn't give you no extra planking or nothing like that to plank over the deck, but the deck is actually, this kit was designed as simple as they thought they could at the time. It was the state of the art at the time. The wood was stamped, but it had caulkings of ridges of planking. The planking was actually printed on the wood. And when you add varnish to it or something like that, it kind of enhances it. They say when you draw, you take a scratch owl and a metal edge, and you make indentations of the lines. You put in a coat of a shellac or varnish on it, and it'll fill in those gouges, and also give you the illusion of planking. But I went one step further. I decided to plank a deck myself using boxwood strips. But no hobby shop in my neck of the woods supplies planking strips such as these right here. I made these strips myself, fellas. Let me show you something here. This logic right here is called a balsa stripper. A lot of you guys is probably saying this, all you balsa wood boys out there. The object of the game is take a sheet of boxwood. This is 1/32 thick and about 4 inches wide, 24 inches long, boxwood. And by ripping it, once was, ain't no more. This is how big it is after you rip it. That's how much wood I used off a sheet of that wood I had a while ago. Right here are the planking strips. These strips I used to plank this here deck. Like I said, my hobby shops in my neck of the woods do not supply planking strip like this. The only place we get strip like this I can imagine or surmise is online on the internet, like Model Expo, and there's probably a few more other online mail order houses that sell you strip balsa, or you can go ahead and buy the boxwood sheets already scribed with the decking on it already. But I like this way. So I wasn't satisfied by putting this here deck on and taking a brush and brushing on shellac or varnish or even airbrushing or using a rattle can. But in this here kit right here, I just went ahead and did the old-fashioned way. I planked it, and we'll get a little closer view of the planking here doing it. You can see how it goes. You got to step it out. All the steps right there are the boarding of the planking itself. That was done. I'm going to add tree nail effects by using a pencil, a real sharp pencil. And you can see the separation of the planks as it's laid on there. This thing is a really tricky model to build. And as you can see, this is a typical Spanish galleon. Its origin is unknown, but this actually is a 15th or a 16th century period ship. And Spanish galleons, they do have their glamour of beauty. I like Spanish galleons. I think the last Spanish galleon kit I've ever built was an old Revell one time. I think it's 180 scale, something like that. A big model. It was big. I think the kit was issued back in 1970. It was a very detailed kit, and I wish I had one of those right now. And maybe one of these days the good folks in Revell, Germany may retool that kit, or even just go ahead and produce it and release it again. And so, as a wooden kit, this is the first wooden Spanish galleon I ever built, because I'm more or less in the modern day navies, and old navies, and Civil War and stuff, you know, and Spanish galleons I kind of stayed away from because I never had an interest in building them, but they are a beautiful ship. The more I look at this Isabel, the more enthused I get. So once the deck is on, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start proceeding with the planking. Now I want to show you guys something too while we're on the subject of this beautiful Spanish galleon. This is the wood they give you. You can see how it's stamped. It's getting old. Look at the warpness of that wood right there. And what you do, turn the back side where it's not printed at, you saturate this thing full of water. Saturate till it's soaked. You lay it on a flat surface and put some weight on it, a heavy weight. We'll let it dry 24 hours. When it comes out, that thing will be perfect. Mahogany is very pliable and it will work. And it does have, it's starting to dry out, guys. This little kit, I think I got this kit back in 1966 or 65. I bought it on the ship's store. When I was aboard the USS Coral Sea, a flat aircraft carrier. Well, I split that. See how that noise you heard, guys? I just split that right there on the deck. This stuff splits very easy, but it's okay because I'm going to cut this out. It's going to be plank. Using these here planks on it, so I don't care. So what I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put glue in there and let it set, and apply weight on it. Make sure it's good and flat and straight, and be okay. So that's another thing too why you got to build this kit. It's getting old, the wood's drying out, and if I don't build this anywhere near soon, the kit's going to be a waste of years, a waste of time, a waste of money. You know, the disintegrate before my eyes, and buildings plans, they're very detailed plans as per model, but they give you no patterns to make a model off the plans. Although there are some parts of the plans you can reduplicate again, but other details and such, it'll be awful hard to do, especially the hull stations, guys. And so this is going to be a slow build. I got a lot of builds ahead of me, and this is about as far as I got on it so far. I've got a honey-do list I got to fulfill right now. I got to go to the store and prepare for work, and when I get off, I'll be making another video on the Victor. Okay, I'll send the cat back to yours shortly. Okay, guys, that concludes video 2 of my Billings boat, Isabella Spanish Galleon. And I should have another update of that probably one day next week sometime. What day? I don't know, whatever comes to mind. But right now I got things to do, places to go, and I have to go to work and come back and relax and make the video on the Victor on line number 4. Group build. Not group build, but the Victor build. Oh yeah, I've been working on Martin's Measurement 410 buddy group build. I got this far on my 1/72 scale Measurement 110. I got it all sanded down real well. I had a little filler on there. This thing's ready for a primer. Before I go to work, I'm gonna give this thing a coat of primer, and I'm gonna put some lead weight inside this the fuselage inside here where the cockpit's at, because I've just now found out and realized this is not the old Frog kit, Airlines kit, AMT kit, wherever it is. This is, I guess, it's a Lindbergh kit. I was very wrong. I made the entry of this. But it's 1/72 scale. It's a beautiful looking airplane. It goes together well. I want to put some weight there, give this thing some weight. And they give me a nice stand with it. So I'm going to put a primer job on it. When the primer's done, I'll post some pictures on Mr. Martin Lamott's Facebook page on the buddy and group build of the Measurement 410. And I'm going to get my my pro modeler going too. And incidentally, Martin, you did a wonderful job on your 410, sir. I saw it on the Facebook right there, and all appreciating, and a splintered massing looks beautiful. And so I'll be getting hot on that too. So you know, I'm a pretty busy man working on these ships. I got myself drafted in the Merchant Navy now, doing something. But I'm getting something done here. I'm trying to finish up what I got on the plate, and here I get starting a new build. But this here kit has got to be built, guys. If I don't, it's going to wither away. It'll be a waste. It'll be a shame. And besides, buildings don't make this no more. Okay, guys, it's time for me to sign off right here right now. So this evening, I get off work probably about 10 o'clock tonight. I'll go take a good shower, get me some supper or something, and kick back and start working on the Victor. And I'll be on line build number 4. And I got the gorge porch right here. This light here is really bad, guys. I gotta do something with the lighting here. I got it all primed. I got the green painted on top here, plate. So all I gotta do is mask off the green, mask off the water line, and airbrush the white. Start to put the details on the hull. So I'm working on 1, 2, and Martin's is 3 builds. And I got it shaken down pretty good, guys. I'm working 3 at a time now. I gotta slow down. But I got nothing but time. I'm trying to get too much done in one day, and Rome wasn't built in one day, so I should know better. I, for one, is that model building is a time-consuming hobby. It should be exercised in that fashion. Okay, guys, another time again. I'll catch you guys this evening for the Victor Online build number 4. This concludes this video number 2 on the Isabella Spanish Galleon, my building boats. And so I'll show them a video of this one day next week. This is Frankie Day signing off. God bless you guys. Make Mama happy. Please subscribe. Happy modeling. And be good. If you can't be good, be careful. Okay, see you guys. Bye, boys.